say passionate fans and musicians that love to bring energy, enthusiasm, and fun to the university, all of our events, and also the things we do off the court.
We're through the curtain. Find the opening of the curtain.
But like we go on the MAC trips like really for the band jam. I mean, that's kind of our spot to shine and also to kind of stick our chest up a little bit and do something that we love to do and also like try to impress other groups because a lot of the bands in the MAC are terrific.
Band jam is probably like my favorite part of the year for pep bands. Is when I like hearing all the other bands. And also when I was back, like as a student, we had a pretty friendly relationship with Manhattan at the time. So during the band jams, we'd like go over and like chat them up, and then we'd go back to playing our stuff.
You get so much closer with the members of the band with you as well through that because you're rooming with people, and you guys are going to like group dinners.
My favorite band jam memory was the first 2 years there. Canisius got featured on the MAC Instagram, and they just had to be pictures where one, I looked like I had my eyes rolled, and another with sunglasses making me look very serious.
As a musician, and I put air quotes around that, one of the things that I enjoy doing the most is playing out in public.
In terms of playing, I love Livin' La Vida Loca. It's my favorite song. Whenever I play outside of the band as well, it's something that people always want to hear. It's been the greatest joy to learn that song and see how happy it makes everybody else.
Again, us being one of the smaller groups, but really coming with a force and trying to play songs and tunes that other bands weren't doing, or even if we were doing them, can we play them better than them? Making almost like a little bit of a competition, friendly competition.
We played the SpongeBob like marching band song. We had 3 trumpets at the time, so it was perfect. It was me, Jordan, who is now another alumni who still comes back and plays, and Noah, who's off touring Europe watching soccer games. And like these huge schools like Quinnipiac and all of them were taking up like the entire like staircase, and we were like the 15 of us like in the corner, like I'm on the balcony, and it was like, okay guys, it's our time to shine. The 3 of us went right up to the front of the balcony and hit like the opening like chords, and I was like, whoa. We played that, and the gasp that you hear from everyone in that room realizing what song we were playing, that felt really good.
I think we had rehearsed maybe Sweet Victory like maybe twice or 3 times. Like it was not, like we were going into it rolling the dice kind of, so to speak. But I knew that, again, it starts off with that trumpet fanfare. I knew we had good trumpets. Jordan and Aaron were gonna be taking over the group hopefully soon. I knew that they were gonna like, you know, as long as we can get past that little fanfare, I think, you know, we'll be in good shape. And on top of that, I know that if we play this song, like the other groups and the other bands are just gonna lose it. So I remember cueing it off, and it was perfect because the trumpets were just hanging over the railing, almost looking like they were, you know, doing a fanfare for the entire band jam as a whole. And you know, immediately like students started cheering when those first couple notes went. And we actually sounded pretty good on it. You know, there's, you know, a couple rough spots, but for the most part, that was a cool memory of mine that will always go down as like, wow, it was like a really epic like band moment that delivered. And again, the other bands were impressed as well.
If you're in percussion, you get an automatic ride, but if there's usually a seat or 2 extra, okay? If you're a keyboard or a bass player, we are lugging your amps and stuff, so that... Again.
Basically started in roughly the fall of 2015. I started my master's here at Canisius in the fall of 2014, and I attended a couple basketball games and a hockey game or 2, and noticed that there wasn't really any sort of band playing, which I thought was kind of odd, considering, even though we're a small school, considering they were a Division I school, I just felt like there was a need for that.
So before pep band, the men's basketball team used to use high school bands to play a lot of these games. I know we had Canisius High School, I think, played. I actually played when I was in the St. Joe's Jazz Band, played a couple of times. So before we had pep band, we didn't really have an identity of a good band in the student section.
I've heard that before, Brett. I changed my instrument. I was supposed to be a saxophone. Trombone. Switched to trombone. Yeah, what is love? I know, I switched to trombone.
Relationships, especially with Bryan, because I don't know, when you're in high school, like you see your professors and like your directors as somebody that's like, I don't know, almost like above you in like status or like level. But in college, and especially with the pep band, like I saw Bryan more as a friend instead of my director, you know? And the same thing goes with like Bosser and Dante as well.
I think it speaks very strongly to both Canisius and to the pep band and how good we are at doing what we love. Because not only are there alumni who want to come back, there's also alumni who maybe were, for whatever reason, not continuing at Canisius, but they still stayed for the band. And I think that speaks volumes about the community that we provide.
I ended up graduating in December 2019, so I missed the spring 2020 semester. There was still some pep band stuff going on before lockdown and everything, so I was still just playing because the semester was still going on. And, you know, I think part of what drove that for me was the fact that, you know, I was already an alum, I was already playing, because I wasn't just going to stop partway through the year.
The other thing that kept me coming back to Canisius year in and year out was the severe lack of trombonists on campus. It took until, what was Amy's year, 4 or 5 years ago, for an actual student on campus that played the trombone and lasted more than 2 games.
I was the first student trombonist, which is crazy. He was very, he was very happy when I found out that I joined the band and didn't totally suck. So we have a really good relationship because of that. You know, it's just like almost like a brother-sister relationship. We just like tease each other, and it's just fun.
Bryan and I went to Fredonia together for music education. And you know, we were both in the trombone studio. We hung out a couple times, but we were never really close friends in college. We just kind of were acquaintances. We knew of each other. We would, you know, play in quartets, quintets every once in a while. But more or less, we just kind of, you know, we weren't enemies by any means, but we didn't really click.
I called him on a whim and just like, hey, you know, I'm starting a pep band here at Canisius, and just kind of wondering, you know, I could use a trombone player, and if you're free and you're interested in playing.
And then one day I'm out and about, and Bryan calls me, just cold calls me, out of nowhere. He's like, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, nothing, absolutely nothing. He's like, you want to play trombone? I'm like, sure. Where, why, what, how? So I'm trying to get the pep band at Canisius back up and running. I was like, okay.
I know you like sports, at least hockey. Basketball he hates, but you know, I can at least promise you, hey, you know, if you be along with me for the ride, kind of be an assistant director in ways.
Sure, I got nothing better to do. So I went to the campus, and I was walking around. I have no idea. He's like, meet me in Lyon Hall. I don't know what Lyon Hall is. I didn't go here. I never applied here. So I eventually found the place. Immediately saw one of the students that I had student taught, John Miranda, was standing there playing the sousaphone. And I was like, wow, small world. And then you kind of like immediately just kind of eased the nerves a little bit, walking into a campus with kids that were not much younger than me, but younger than me, and trying to fit in on that experience. So it was nice to have a couple familiar faces there right off the jump.
Learning how to corral and collaborate with band kids is a very specific skill. Band kids is a little bit like herding cats, so finding a way to keep everyone on task and moving as one, definitely not easy.
So I've been the equipment manager since 2023, going through more and more. I've learned a lot of developmental skills. I've learned how to work with people more and how to coordinate events for large groups of people, but also for really diverse people who are doing just totally different things from one another, where schedules usually don't overlap, but we still try and make the best of it that we can.
Let's get a saxophone. Melissa. So I would be remiss to say that they were all my ideas. I take a lot of ideas from other people. I'll have a ton of people from the band coming up to me and telling me like, hey, I saw this thing on social media. Is that something we could try to do? And my answer is, yeah, absolutely. Let me write it down and let me get it in my schedule to see if that's something we can do. I think putting a lot of social media presence out there lets people know that we are here and we are doing our best to support our athletes, to support each other at all turns. I also think it is a fun thing for the people in the band to feel like they're being recognized, and to also be able to take a little more, an additional creative approach to it.
I think the big difference is, again, we have that notoriety of who we are. We've stuck around through the 10 years, and we have a rich alumni base that's willing to come back and play and is interested in playing, and get, you know, get adjusted with new students and teach them the ropes and teach them the new music. And
on our PR day, I had everybody make memes, and a lot of our newbies or rookies, they really loved that and they really took to it. So much so that one of them took a picture of me outside the dining hall and went, "When your team's down 30 points." Because I was just walking down the stairs.
There's an aspect of community that you get in the band. You know, interacting with other people, getting along with other teams, you know, whether it's just the flow of how the band works with the game, audio, you know, the dance griffs, the cheer griffs, all the different teams coming together to kind of really create the what is an incredible experience of, you know, a Canisius game. There's nothing like it.
Thank you. All right, so we got dance griffs. Looks like not us. You get to the end. We have a DS Alfine. That means we go back to the sign. The sign. All right, which is right.
Sign.
7. That's your 7. Oh, you.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. Okay, sorry. My 7's over here.
There you go.
So DS, take the sign, and then the fine is right there.
Yeah.
2 before the verse. So, I did that right, DS? Yeah. DC would be...
Having someone to cheer you on is more important than people realize. I was a diver, and there are many instances where I wouldn't do my best in competition, but coming out of the water and still hearing people clap for me made me feel a little better about it, and it kept me going for as long as I was diving.
The countless hours of practice, the games, you know, the highs, the lows, we're always there with them, and I think that's really something to be proud of.
The women's basketball team especially has loved the band, has at the end of the season they come up to us, the coaches always thanked us. When we've seen them walking around on the MAC trips, they've said hi to us, talked to us.
All right. Yeah, if the finals, I don't know. I have to double check that. Because I think the finals were like home here. So I'm like, oh, well, so we don't really go anywhere. And we're the second seed, so that means we'd have we have a bye the first round, we'd be home the second round. Then we just stay here. Stay at the Marriott downtown. Just spend money for no reason, yeah. Well, it just means we'll have a baller bank. It's not bad. Throw like a banger. Oh. Is that what you said? Yeah. What is love?
What is love?
I enjoy adding little musical quips into the games. Well, I mean, one of my favorite ones is when a puck goes out of the rink. And obviously I make sure everybody is safe first, but I mean, if it clearly goes into an open area and nobody's hurt, I play a little, just the last line of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And, you know, home run.
Steve makes every game he shows up to more memorable. Obviously, of course, all our dumb little inside jokes, like yelling at the Niagara coacher.
Heckling the other team is if you're in a pep band, you know that that's one of the best things to do. Within, you know, you don't want to be profane, you don't want to be obnoxious to a degree. We were playing Marist at the MAC. I think it was at the MAC tournament. We were playing Marist, and they had a player, I think his name was Isaiah Lamb, Lamb, So when he would try to take a free throw, when he was standing up and warming up, I started the chant of Marist has a little lamb. And he missed, I swear to you, more than half of his free throws. The entire night, he couldn't hit a free throw. And I believe that I impacted the game in that way. So you're welcome for that win, Canisius.
Niagara's cut a 9-point lead down to 4.
And 2 fouls already, you know, so remember they had 2 or 3 fouls to give at the end.
When I first joined the band, I was not taking it super seriously. Again, I didn't think it was going to be a 10-year thing. So I was trying to inject energy to the games that we were watching. There are many ideas that came into my mind. Some I acted on, some I did not act on. The way that I would kind of like turn into the game a little bit was to heckle. And the best way I knew how to heckle was with basically the megaphone that I was carrying in my hands the entire games. So yeah, I don't know if it was the first game, but it was one of the first games. Player missed a free throw shot from the opposing team. I would never heckle our own teammates, but the opposing team missed a free throw shot. And without getting permission, I didn't ask Bryan, I didn't ask athletics, I didn't get on the headset and say I'm going to do something crazy. I did the classic trombone, wah, 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 wah. And the looks that I got from the bench, the opposing bench, energized me. I couldn't not do it every time. So I would try to find moments to whomp. We've really tightened the screws on it. It's only for opposing teams missing free throws. I used to do it all the time. We've toned that down quite a bit. But it was definitely the part that kept me energized throughout the games and kind of clued in on what was going on.
Philip Waugh, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. It's like W-A-U-G-H. He's in the show now. And but we made a little, well, it wasn't a poster, it was our whiteboard, but we held up the whiteboard close to the glass, and it had a picture of Waluigi kind of doing his signature, wah!
You know, there's nothing like, you know, Jack, Steve, and I, and we're just all heckling. It's a one-of-a-kind experience. It's a wonderful thing.
Mike, thank you very much for participating.
And now we've got Jack, and I'm sure there's a crew of trombone players that are coming behind me to take the wings, and I hope that they continue the Womp experience after I'm gone.
But it's always a good sign when you can't see more than 2 players in a you know highlight. Played golf with him this summer at the Coaches versus Cancer down in Bartlett Country Club, and I tell you, he's a very, very intense guy.
That's one of my pep band memories is kind of dressing up in weird ways. There was Wild Weekend this year that I didn't know what it meant. The Canisius socials didn't really specify what it meant. And so I commented and I said, okay, if I were to show up in a gorilla suit, would that work? And Go Griffs on Instagram responded, if there were any time to dress up as a gorilla, this would be the time. So I thought it was going to be a wildlife thing. I was the only person that was dressed up as anything like that, and I came to find out later on that it was a competition for who could be the loudest. And I wasn't very loud in that costume because just kind of muffled the sound. So, you know, but I did get to go up in front of people that were making free throws, and so that was fun. You know, and it's just the ability to do funny things like that in a setting that allows it. Definitely makes up a lot of my favorite memories.
very early years of the band. I would say like the first and second year, we were sort of building our members. But like years maybe 3 and 4, we really hit our stride and really had a full sound. And there were some Niagara games where the bleachers were completely full. The band was pretty much all the way from the front of the bleachers all the way to the back, and just had a wall of sound. Like I remember wanting earplugs at some point just because there was so many people behind me and the noise was so loud. It was incredible.
Do you believe in cows? Yeah. Do you believe in Zambonis?
No. Those aren't real.
They're not real?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time.
Cows are a mythical creature,
Okay, keep going.
specifically the Highland cow. It's red.
So if Zambonis and cows are both mythical, are they the same thing?
No, cows are mythical. Zambonis are mystical.
Obviously.
And magical.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yep, keep going.
Okay, who next?
That was great. That was excellent.
That was fantastic.
I loved hockey games. I wasn't a fan of hockey growing up, but getting to be a part of the pep band and going to the games in college was the best part. Getting to walk in and be a part of the band, to pull my mellophone out of its case and to actually get to play. I'm such a crier to begin with, so I'm not a great litmus test for how emotional things should be. But it was like truly heart overwhelming. I don't even know what the best word is for that, but it made my heart so full. I know that everyone's got a lot going on and the world is getting more and more complicated, especially for people that are your age that are going to be coming into the world at this time. And to see everyone still get to fall in love with playing an instrument, with their bandmates, with the camaraderie of getting to go and cheer for the Canisius Golden Griffins, that just fills you. It really does. It warmed me and I got to carry that with me, and I'm going to continue to carry it with me until the 20th anniversary of this band, which hopefully I will still be around to see come through.
I never really was a hockey fan. I joined the pep band, and since we always go to the hockey games, I was able to actually watch the sport, and I ended up liking it. And a specific memory, I have a friend that goes to a rival school, and they came to Harbor Center and we beat them. So that was really fun because I got to play extra loud for our team.
Being able to join the pep band, I was able to learn how to play drum set, and that's like a way that I've grown, but it also brought me out of my shell. It's something that I didn't think I was able to do, but suddenly I had someone who's encouraging me, helping me through everything, and it made it a really great experience.
There's so many people who care and want to make this as the best they can be. Like Bryan put so much of himself into it. Alex, our president, was concussed, but he was still showing up and doing all of the boring parts of pep band without any of the enjoyable parts. Like, I admire him so much for that.
Thank you. Okay. If cows eat grass and Zambonis eat ice, are cows field Zambonis and Zambonis ice cows?
Yes.
Thank you.
The hockey team's been huge supporters of the band. At one time, Coach Large even giving the band a jersey.
I think it was year 1 or year 2, we were at a rehearsal and the hockey team showed up with Coach Large, and they basically sat in on rehearsal for a couple minutes. They spoke a couple words of encouragement to us. We reciprocated, obviously, and they gifted the band, or at least one of the band members, with a jersey. I think there was a lot of buy-in at that moment, and it kind of really opened the eyes of the students in the band to say, we matter. We're here for them, they're here for us, and we're, at the end of the day, it's an entertainment business. And if we hype up the crowd, that's hyping up the players on the ice or on the court or wherever.
You feel like you're part of something, you're a part of a community, and when they win, we win, for the band. Like, when the team does well, we're like excited for them and happy for them. So it's definitely a way to show like some compatriotship with everyone in this Canisius community.
As one of the drummers for the band, hyping people up was definitely the biggest part of the gig. And one of my favorite parts certainly has always been the cowbell solo. That started with the band. That was an early idea of Bryan's, using his call and response idea of let's get the cowbell involved. I had a background in Afro-Cuban percussion, and we went with some Latin beat that really started off, that that just made everyone go crazy. I think the first time we played it, it was a bit unusual, to hear just an echoing cowbell in a silent gym. But once everyone caught on to what the cowbell meant, I think it created such a vibrant explosion of energy in the room, where obviously it's turned into this percussion fiasco that we have every time.
I would say, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm like kind of an introvert, and you wouldn't know it when you go to a basketball game because I'm just screaming my head off the entire time. But that's definitely brought me out of my shell. Like, I was a very quiet person. I go to my first pep band game and everyone's heckling the other team, like screaming at them as they're trying to take a free throw. And so I never would have done that before coming here. Like, I wouldn't have done it. But now, like, every game I go to, I'm like screaming at the other team. I'm shouting insults. Like, I'm that kind of person now. And it's really helped me become that person.
And we've gone pretty hard on it. I remember, oh man, maybe it had to be 2017. We actually shattered the cowbell during one of the solos, ripped a seam right through the side of it. But that just shows you how intense it was, how hard we were going for that.
Don't question sometimes. It's just. You're gonna look so pretty. Say that again. You're gonna look so pretty. Yeah. What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm so proud.
I don't know how to feel. I feel like, I don't know how to feel. I got nothing.
I feel like for me, personally, me coming back to Canisius to do pep band made me realize that I wouldn't mind working at a college full time. So I really like, working with you guys. I like the vibes and the energy, and I also like being able to, I guess, share my history of the band with those alumni, and doing it here made it a lot easier for me to look at a college job posting later and go, I can do that.
At the end of the day, like, that's kind of what brought me to Canisius, was that opportunity to, yes, get my master's in counseling, but also a possibility of working with students, even though I was maybe just a couple of years older than them. Getting that ability to do that would help me, parlay that into what I am today, which is a high school band director full-time.
Through the experience, Bryan and I have started as distant acquaintances through college. We've kind of grown into a friendship. He was at my wedding, I was at his wedding. We started our own band together, band dads. Yep, we would get confused with each other a lot. We have a very similar look, especially when I trim this down a little bit. Yep. It's iconic.
When life gets crazy, you need an escape to do something that's not related to your major or anything that causes you stress, and this is exactly the organization to be a part of, because you get to play your instrument, and you don't have to be, perfect. You don't have to have the perfect intonation. You can also embody the troubles that you might have by playing, because I always say music is, an escape for me. When life gets hard, I just bring out my saxophone, just play whatever I can, however I can. And it's really nice that it's integrated into the community as well.
Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air.
UF4 Canisius College is shutting down for the rest of the semester because of the coronavirus outbreak.
This astounding and unprecedented story continues to evolve.
The SEC, the Big Ten, and the AAC have all announced that their conference tournaments have been canceled.
But all 4 major league sports that are currently playing have been suspended.
The NCAA tournament has been canceled.
The NCAA has decided to cancel March Madness.
And Mark Emmert has just announced that the men's and women's tournaments, along with all winter sports,
have been canceled.
Class of 2020 graduation ceremonies have been canceled.
We are also canceling all spring sports competition.
The fall sports won't be happening this year for Niagara University and Canisius College.
It was really hard when COVID happened because I felt like the band was on a roll. The recruitment numbers were up. The talent of the group kept growing. We were all a community. I really felt that. And then COVID happened, and it kind of thinned the herd, and not in a good way. We went from a pretty strong group of 20, 30, 40 people to a group of 5 or 6, most of which were alumni. So it was very difficult, and I'm sure if you asked any of the e-board members during COVID, they would echo this. It was very difficult to find that will to keep going and that energy.
The funny part is we were actually in Atlantic City at the games performing. Yeah, and on the bus ride back, I got a message from John Maddock, and he was saying, hey, there was a referee or an official that apparently had tested positive for COVID, and we just need everyone needs to get tested and make sure that we didn't bring it back with us, so to speak. But little did we know that was going to be the last time, really any of us in that group, went off and did anything in our lives, because everything shut down after that. So the campus shut down, athletics pretty much shut down. So we were kind of, we stopped for, at least a year, I'd say, at that point.
Now we're a couple of years post-COVID, and I'm really hoping that trajectory that it started from the first couple of years of the ensemble. I really hope that continues to grow. Athletics really appreciates the work that we put in, the sweat equity that we do, and the fact that we do it for them, for their players, for their team.
The band was quite small when I first started, but we were all very devoted to the cause. So attendance, while it was a small number of people, it was always consistent, and I came to appreciate that a lot. It was always the same group of us meeting together to play 1, 2, 3 times a week. We didn't care as much about how many games there were because we just liked being together.
We're pretty small to start, and I was pretty worried about is this program going to kind of dwindle down and die out with me? With COVID, that kind of thing, like a lot of things did. So it was a really trying time, but we stuck with it. There were games where we had 5, 6 people there, which made it even more important that we had alumni or Mike or Dante or other people stepping into play as well, which is great. And now today, we're back to some of those original big numbers, which is great.
Dude, Niagara's got 2 girls on the bench. That's it. No wonder they're alive last year. That's what happened. They sick, or they all transferred? Oh, now they're.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a lot of groups have such a strong connection as the pep band. And that's a big credit to Bryan and what he did. Because I know for me, coming back all these years had to do with Bryan. I liked playing with the band, but just being around Bryan and Mike Bossert, they've become good friends of mine, and it was just cool to grow in the band with them. And then through that kind of started an alumni network where people didn't want to leave. They graduated and they wanted to still be around the band, still help out. still be able to hang out with friends that they've made. So that's a really rare thing to have. People, whether they moved on and want to come back and still help support the band, support the teams, be around the school. It's a really special thing.
I think the alumni component of the band has been one of the strongest unifying drivers of the band because it really shows the band's history. You know, the more alumni, you know, feel comfortable coming back, that's really part of the spirit of all the Canisius sports teams, is representing your alma mater, going back to games. So playing in the pep band as a student has always been such an incredible experience. And then getting to come back as an alumnus and playing really any game that you can, basketball, hockey, it's just been a phenomenal time. And a great experience to have with the band to come back and revisit.
I would say it's definitely helped me form connections with people I never thought I'd be able to. Like, not necessarily through like education and classes, but I'm an RA at school and I've met someone who really helped me step into that position and really helped me out through the pep band. And so that was definitely helped me grow in like my academics as well, because I just was able to get these experiences I never would have otherwise.
Find out. The dog's allowed. We'll see. Oh, it's right in here. Okay.
Yeah, it's
called B-roll.
He's trying to get dirt on us so we can cancel.
Go ahead. I'm leaving. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm out of here. What, are you gonna fire me? I only got 3 more weeks. So the rehearsals, try to keep them, you know, especially at the beginning of the year, that's where we kind of ramp up to, you know, once or twice a week and really squeeze in as much time as we can. And then once the games start, I mean, that's where I really try to take the foot off the pedal, because there's weeks where we're playing 2, 3, 4 games a week. And I know that, you know, we are busy college students. You guys are busy college students. I was a busy college student as well, working full-time in admissions and going to class at night. So I know for me, I definitely couldn't, you know, put in 2 or 3 rehearsals a week. And also at the same time, I don't think I wanted to, because I think that's where it starts to kind of become a little more of an obligation versus we're here just trying to create a community, have fun with it.
It's a fun, great way to release stress, and I could have fun over the weekend and know that I was with people that cared about me.
Trusting in the musicians to, hey, you know, like, we're gonna have it down. Even if we don't, we got 50 games to get it right, and we'll get it right by March. It's okay, especially with the newbies, knowing, hey, listen, like, you know, you're not, like, for you to think you're gonna learn all the music by, you know, that first hockey game in October is like ridiculous. But you will know it like the back of your hand come March. So it's kind of like giving them that perspective of, hey, like, you know, we're giving you like a bite here every single week, and then at some point, you know, like, the games take fold, and, you know, trust in your other bandmates and know that, like, hey, like, you know, we're all not interested in sounding bad, we want to sound good. And if you need to put extra work in, you can, but at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a fun group.
Pep Band is a community of people who are there for each other and enjoy music at any sort of the level, and look out for each other.
Sorry. Why do you do this? Be bad as 5 flags. 4 is on the verge for me. I'm like, all right, let's start getting 5. It's like, okay. That's 6. It's like, oh, okay. That's 7. It's like, because then I'm going to keep this on my feet. I'm not going to do it.
I know kids were hit this time.
I really love just participating with the band as a whole. Like, there's such kind of like a group identity that it has. Like, you know, we have like our own inside jokes, our stupid little kind of memes. I love just kind of being able to be a part of those moments.
Surge had a mission to take a bunch of photos with all the student athletes in the building because we were doing PR day at the CAT. And she went up to our one hockey goalie, Petter Wickstrom, and she went, "Hey Wickstrom, you're kind of tall." And she had him hang like the sticks above his head while she tried to grab them from the stairs. And I have been told that he was terrified that she was going to climb onto his shoulders. But I think that really speaks to the connection that we have with the student athletes. Also, a lot of them, as they were walking by, were giving us like thanks. They were saying, "Hey, we really enjoy seeing you at games." And there was always those connections going on as well. But I also think there was just a big community event where there wasn't much pressure to do any certain thing, perform any certain way. And it was all kind of like fun and games. I think it was Javo and Cooper were playing Fireboy and Water Girl in their downtime on the computers, so.
Big thing that, you know, I really tried to make apparent, you know, since day one was that, and I know like people say this but all the time and it's kind of a throwaway comment, but like it's supposed to be fun. Music as a whole in general is supposed to be fun. That's why it was created. It wasn't created to make people money, but it was created so that people had a release and had an ability to have some fun or go out and watch and have some fun. So ultimately from year one, my goal was to really have fun with it and bring that fun aspect to the group.
We're doing this because we want to be here and because we want to play our instruments, we want to play fun songs, we want to watch the sports games, and it's really nice because the pep band, we are so relaxed here that everyone is welcome, you know, no matter what. Everyone of any playing experience can be a part of the group, and I think it's really special because this group helped me heal my relationship with music, and I think that's really special.
And then in turn, that would create, you know, our games, that, you know, our big performance opportunities, that would make those even more electric or fun or more energy because students are there because they enjoy playing with each other, they enjoy the music, they enjoy our antics. Sometimes they cross the lines every once in a while. But for the most part, you know, it's always good-hearted, you know, and we're here to make music. But the big thing too is like I was interested in sounding good. You know, I think, and I think we all are at the end of the day, and that's something that I really prided even just the beginning groups on. You know, when we went to our first MAC basketball tournaments and we saw the other groups, we were by far one of the smallest, but I think the comment that we always got time and time again was, wow, you have such a big sound or such a good sound for how small of a group.
I've learned the importance of still having fun, even when you go on to start doing your serious jobs, where it's worthwhile to come and do something totally different from what you normally do, or I guess in the case of Bryan, pretty similar, but just to spend time with people that you want to be around, doing something that you enjoy is so valuable no matter what you're going into.
20th year of Atlantic hockey. The Golden Griffins look primed to be champions. Puck still loose, shot by Constable goes wide. Bettini with it on the far wall. Graval will send it down the ice, and the Griffs are golden. Canisius wins the Atlantic Hockey Championship. Minnesota Golden Gophers, look out, the Griffins are coming.
When hockey won their championships, the air in that arena was electric, and I don't think I could ever forget just the hype that everyone felt at that time. So I think we're kind of on the back end of some mediocre basketball seasons, and we're going into this hockey game only there, I'm pretty sure, because the MAC ended early for us. So we went to this hockey game, like, what are the odds? And then we come out with the win, and it was the first big win we got in a while, and it felt really good.
We got thanked a lot by the hockey players for always being there for them and always cheering. The excitement everybody had when we actually made it past our conference, and we're proving that we're a very strong team and a strong school, despite nobody having heard of us. It was amazing, especially as a freshman, where coming in here and seeing the amazing things people do and seeing recognition for it was incredible.
I love hockey. I'm a big hockey guy. So having a free ticket to see the college hockey team in the area, it was just so much fun. You know, we were hosting with the Buffalo Buttes, the old NWHL team at the time, and I remember I think it was their general manager approached us and said, "Do you guys freelance? Do you guys want to play for the Buttes?" And I was ecstatic about doing that. It never ended up coming to fruition, but it was just kind of that exposure element of you know, us doing our craft out in public and having people recognize it.
10 years ago for me, when I started this group, it was just like on a chance. I didn't think it was going to last as long. I don't even know if it was going to last a year. I thought maybe, like, I don't know if these kids will even like me. I don't know if they'll want to keep doing this. And honestly, if you would have asked me at the end of that year, like, this would last for 10 years, no chance. Also, with a COVID in the middle of it, if you would have asked me that it would even come back after that, I wouldn't have thought it would have. So the fact that it's lasted this long is huge. Before we were we were a pep band at Canisius. They had some pep bands here and there. They would also have like St. Joe's and Canisius High School come and play a lot of times. They'd hire them to come play. And that was something that I always thought was a little weird, coming from like our school. And it was something I wanted to create here, and I'm really, really glad that not only has it stayed this long, but we're at I think, again, like, we're back to kind of like these original numbers of a lot of people here, a lot of people interested in doing it. You know, I think we didn't even cancel a game this year, I don't think, for like low attendance, maybe one or two. Yeah, one. And that's usually not the case for us. We played them all. And we would have played MAC as well if we would have gotten there. So for me, at the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. Even though some of you, this is like your first year getting to know me. For some of you, you've been with me through the whole ride, like Mike. I literally would not have even the career that I have today without this job. For some of you may not know this, but like when I sat down during my interview, I almost didn't even mention pep band. I was talking about all these other things. And my principal at the time was like, well, why don't you talk about like the pep band? I was like, oh yeah, like, of course, like, why did I mention this? I already am doing this job that I would love to have in my life, be a high school band director. I'm already kind of doing this at Canisius, and I'm working with college students who were once high schoolers, getting to manage budget, manage people, you know, that was like, honestly, one of the biggest reasons why I got my dream job, which is to be a high school band director. So without this group, I would not be where I am today, and I truthfully say that. And my goal and hope for you as you move into the next chapter of your life, for some, we have a senior, but some juniors that are approaching that level, or people that are moving on from Canisius, or alum that, you know, might be back next year, might not, you know. that you find those things in your life that keep you propelling forward, and take a risk every once in a while. If you see something that isn't around, start it. There's no reason why you can't start something out of nothing, and you never know. It might last 10 years. You might, regret kind of stepping away from it when it's all said and done. But at the end of the day, like, I'm happy that it's in a great space, and I'm happy to be surrounded by a lot of people that love doing what I like to do too. So, and fear not. It's not like officially official, but I should be back next year in a Spirit Squad coordinator.
Boy, looking back at where the band was to where it is now, a lot's happened, certainly. I think we started pretty small. We started club level, certainly growing into a really large group, an alumni network, having fundraisers, certainly supporting the team and being something you come to the games to see as well. It's really one of those unique experiences where the band just took on a life of its own. After the first year, I mean, we had such unique participation. I remember our first year, we were really incomplete. We had a couple of horns, I think we had 3 flutes, a few drummers here and there. I remember adding in an electric guitar at one point. I mean, we were really excited to have any musician who wanted to be a part of the band. And so we started off really small, 8 members, 10 members, 15 members, and it really grew to an exciting group in those first couple of years, and set us on this path of saying, hey, pep band is important. We need to have this reoccurring group. We need to support the team in a way that's going to hype them up and help them play. The games certainly have a much more exciting energy when you have the pep band playing.
I met Bryan. He was like a 24-year-old guy that had just got out of college, and now he has a whole life. And I always knew he would go on to do incredible things, and there was always the reality that he was going to have to leave the band at some point. I hope that it always rings true in the band how grateful we are for all that he's done. I mean, it wouldn't be what it is without him. It really wouldn't. I got to see so much of the extra time that he was pouring into this, of the adjusting, even down to adjusting music, to adjusting instruments, to pseudo-therapy sessions with band members who are contemplating how to change their life and if they should. I mean, he was doing the work. He was doing more work than he should have. And it speaks to how much he cared about this and how important it was. And it's so important to keep the band going. And I'm so grateful that there are people who are gonna step up and really take up that mantle. But I don't know if we'll ever be able to show Bryan how grateful we are for the band and what it is.
Yeah, I would have never thought 10 years ago that I'd still be here. I was super hesitant about going to that first rehearsal because I didn't know Bryan at all. Right. He just kind of cold called me with an email, and I just took a chance and went to a room where wasn't even really a music room. We had all these random bass drum, random snare drum, just a bunch of instruments we could find from here and there. Just a group of people who didn't know each other coming together to make something super special that would last 10 years is incredible. Yeah. I never would have thought I'd been here this time later.
It definitely, it wasn't supposed to be a 10-year thing, but the community around the band, the vibe around the band, definitely kept me coming back for more. Just the sense of camaraderie that was shown early on kind of helped with the buy-in, at least for me. I know we've got members of the group that are alumni that are now stepping into leadership roles. And I know we've got I knew them not as babies, obviously, but in my perception now as a almost 35-year-old, they were definitely babies, and they still are. You know who I'm talking about. So I really think that youthful energy that's coming in, and I know the band's in good hands, and I know that there's technology right now that's behind the band as well. You know, there's a really good app that's in production right now that's kind of, you know, showing that we have the stuff to keep it going. It's not just a phase. We're here to stay, and I'm really hoping that the band continues to grow as we go year in, year out.
You know, while it's bittersweet to kind of, you know, call it a career as far as the band director, so to speak, goes, I can't even like think to myself back then, 10 years ago, that do I really think this was going to last that long? I really would have no idea. If you would have asked me, I probably would have assumed it would have just dwindled out, especially when I graduated. I was wondering if Canisius would even keep me on. But you know, we're here, and hopefully going to last another 10, 20, 30 years more, and we'll see kind of where the road goes.
Hold on to me as we go, as we roll down this unfamiliar road. And although this wave is stringing us along, just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home.